strongest of them all.
Samson! Just hearing his name made people tremble. This man possessed unmatched strength, a gift from God. He tore a ferocious lion apart with his bare hands. Can you imagine that? Another time, Samson faced an entire army, 1,000 Philistine soldiers. Armed only with the jawbone of a donkey, he fought them off, emerging victorious. What a display of unbelievable power. His strength wasn't from lifting weights or training. It came from a sacred vow he made to God, a promise that set him apart. This vow was called the Nazirite vow, and it gave Samson incredible power. Before Samson was even born, an angel appeared to his mother, bringing a divine message that would shape his entire life.
"You will have a son," the angel declared, "and he will be a Nazirite from birth. This child is destined for greatness, chosen by God for a special purpose."
This meant Samson would be dedicated to God in a special way, living a life of unique devotion and discipline. As a Nazirite, Samson couldn't cut his hair, a visible sign of his sacred vow. His long, flowing locks became a symbol of his vow and the source of his amazing strength, a strength that was unparalleled. It was a gift from God, but with a condition. Samson had to keep his promise, a promise that was as heavy as it was holy. This vow, however, also made him different, setting him apart from others in ways that were both a blessing and a burden. It set him apart, making his life both extraordinary and challenging, filled with trials and triumphs. It drew him to a woman named Delilah, a woman who would change his destiny, intertwining their fates in a story of love, betrayal, and redemption. Delilah was beautiful and cunning. Her beauty was matched only by her sharp wit and deceptive nature. She had a way of making people trust her, even when they shouldn't. The Philistine rulers, enemies of Samson's people, saw an opportunity in her. They knew that Delilah could be the key to their victory over Samson, the mighty warrior who had been a thorn in their side for so long. They bribed her, whispering promises of riches if she could uncover the secret of Samson's strength. The lure of wealth was too tempting for Delilah to resist, and she agreed to their plan.
"No razor has ever been used on my head," he confessed, his voice filled with a mix of pride and vulnerability. "Because I have been a Nazirite dedicated to God from my mother's womb." This vow was the source of his incredible strength, a divine gift that set him apart. "If my head were shaved, my strength would leave me." His words hung in the air, heavy with the weight of their significance.
Blinded by love, or perhaps a misplaced trust, Samson couldn't see the danger that lay ahead. His heart was clouded by his feelings for Delilah. Samson hesitated. He loved Delilah, or so he believed. His affection for her made him vulnerable, and he struggled with the decision to reveal his secret. 3 times he misled her, giving false reasons for his strength. Each time Delilah grew more determined to uncover the truth. But Delilah, persistent and manipulative, wore him down. Her relentless pursuit of the secret took its toll on Samson. Finally, Samson revealed his secret. The vow, once his source of power, now became his vulnerability. In that moment, the fate of the mighty warrior was sealed, and Delilah's betrayal was complete. Section 4. Imprisoned but not broken, Samson's spirit endures.
With my secret revealed, Delilah betrayed me.
She had his hair shaved off while he slept, his connection to God seemingly severed.
The Philistines pounced, capturing and blinding the now powerless Samson.
They imprisoned him in Gaza, forcing him to work like an animal, grinding grain in a mill. Humiliated and defeated, Samson seemed a shadow of his former self.
But my spirit, the spirit touched by God, remained unbroken.
His hair, though gone, began to grow back, a silent promise of renewed strength. And within Samson's heart, a plan for revenge, a final act of defiance against his captors, began to take shape. Section 5. The Final Stand, a Hero's Sacrifice. This is the story of a man who, despite his flaws and failures, found the strength to make the ultimate sacrifice.
The Philistines, celebrating their victory, gathered in the temple of their god Dagon. They were unaware of the storm that was about to be unleashed upon them.
They brought Samson out, a spectacle for their amusement, unaware of the strength he was regaining. The crowd jeered and mocked, but Samson's mind was focused on a higher purpose.
Standing between 2 massive pillars that supported the temple, I prayed, "Sovereign Lord, remember me." In that moment, I felt a surge of hope and determination. Please, God, strengthen me just once more, and let me with one blow get revenge on the Philistines for my 2 eyes. My heart was filled with a burning desire for justice.
With a surge of divine power, Samson pushed against the pillars with all his might. His muscles strained, and his face contorted with effort, but he did not waver. The temple shook and crumbled, burying Samson and his enemies in a heap of rubble. The ground trembled, and the air was filled with the sound of destruction.
In my final act, I destroyed the Philistine temple, sacrificing myself but delivering my people. My life ended, but my legacy was just beginning.
His story, a testament to faith, betrayal, and redemption, continues to echo through the ages. It is a tale that has been told and retold, inspiring countless generations. A reminder of the immense power and the heavy responsibility that come with a promise to God. Samson's sacrifice was not in vain. It was a beacon of hope and a lesson in the true meaning of strength.